include this amendment. Joining me now, Tennessee Representative Diane Black. She is the chair of the House Budget Committee. Thank you very much for talking to us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
So we don't want to have Obamacare repeal and replace happen all over again, right? So obviously we want to get on the same page. My question first to you is that by repealing Obamacare's individual mandate as part of the Republican tax overhaul, it opens up more money to be used for bigger tax cuts. Now, how is that a bad thing?
Well, first of all, I want you to know that we wish that they would have done the repeal and replace a long time ago.
Sure.
When we sent it to them. But if this is what they can get, we're with them on this. We believe that this should have been done a long time ago. Of course, we do not have that in our bill, and this will give us an opportunity in our conference committee to make that determination of putting those two bills together.
Yeah, I mean, that mandate was the most unpopular part of Obamacare, so it is surprising that there's been pushback on that. Yesterday, President Trump tweeted, and I'm going to read it for you and put it up on the screen, wouldn't it be great to repeal the very unfair and unpopular individual mandate in Obamacare and use those savings for further tax cuts for the middle class? The House and Senate should consider ASAP as the process of final approval moves along, push biggest tax cuts ever. There is the question I want to ask you. How does this, in fact, affect the middle class? And why are we hearing from those naysayers that, in fact, this might not be a tax cut, but it could be a tax increase for some Americans? Can you just clear it up for us?
I can clear it up for you, and I can tell you that that has been our goal all along, is to help those in the middle income, and we've accomplished that, and we can show that by the numbers. Look, there's always going to be an outlier where someone can take something here or something there and make it look like that is what's going to happen across the board. But I can tell you that the Tax Foundation and many other organizations have shown that this is truly what we have been working with President Trump on, is to make sure that we are addressing the middle income. And listen, in my state alone, in the state of Tennessee, this will jolt the economy. It will create about 20,000 more jobs, put about $2,200 in people's pockets by raised wages. In addition to that, they'll get a tax liability of about $1,200, less than what they would be paying. And so we're talking about $3,500 in the pocket of a middle income. This is huge for them. It's the American people in the middle income that really have won.
All right, I want to cut through some of the other facts and misnomers about this, because if Republicans did in fact go this route, for those at home that might be a bit confused as to what happens to their taxes, it's true that they could actually cut taxes even deeper. The question is what happens to the cost for the estimated 15 million fewer Americans having health insurance as a result, not because they're going to lose their insurance, but because they don't have to sign up in the first place. Millions of those people are now going to be able to elect alternative coverage. So with that being said, those people who elect not to continue under their current health care plan, how do they benefit from this tax cut?
Well, they will be able to now make choices, and there will be more products on the market that will allow them to make choices. I will give you an example in my own state of Tennessee. The Farm Bureau actually has policies that did not meet the criteria that President Obama put in his bill. However, these were something that people liked. These were policies they liked and they could afford, and they were actually paying the penalty so they could keep a policy they liked and they could afford. No longer now will they pay that penalty. That'll go into their pocket. They'll be able to once again get products that they can afford and that they want.
President Trump is right that by doing this, it's going to basically save the federal government billions of dollars, tens of hundreds of billions of dollars. There are conservatives like Senators Tom Cotton and Rand Paul basically saying that it's a no-brainer. You get rid of the most unpopular piece of the Affordable Care Act, you repeal the mandate, and in turn you save billions of dollars that could be redirected to